The purpose of this video is to describe in detail what a vehicle repossession entails, and to show our clients and partners the amount of resources required to successfully repossess a vehicle. When most people think of a vehicle repossession, they envision a tow truck backing up to a target vehicle, lifting the vehicle, towing it away, ultimately ending up at a storage yard. But this describes just a fraction of the entire repossession process. Our goal is to provide a clear explanation of a typical repossession, highlighting the steps most people never see. This video is a collaboration between Vaughn Clemens of Automobile Recovery Bureau, Marcus Potter of National Asset Recovery, James McNeil of Daybreak Metro, and Richard Grosvenor of Speedy Recovery. The repossession process begins with assignment. Once the assignment has been entered, we begin the pre-skip work, mapping the information and entering it into clear plan. We work to locate the target vehicle, and, once located, we dispatch the driver. Once successfully secured, the vehicle is delivered to the yard. Note that the fee does not cover specialty towing. The driver needs to be careful not to injure his back while lifting and placing the dollies. As he is lifting the vehicle, the driver must maintain situational awareness to ensure he is not attacked while his attention is on the vehicle and away from his surroundings. This requires ongoing training and well-maintained equipment to ensure his safety and the safety of the asset and the community. While repossession fees cover the physical recovery, almost 75% of vehicles require specialty towing, compared to 30% just 5 years ago. It is important to note that a successful repossession only happens if the vehicle can be located and if the vehicle can be safely repossessed, which, statistically, is about 1/3 of the time. Once the vehicle arrives in the yard and the repossession is complete, we document both the exterior and interior with photos and complete a condition report. All personal items inside the vehicle are removed, inventoried, then placed in bins to be stored for up to 60 days, sometimes longer. Next, a locksmith makes a key to fit the vehicle. This requires a special skill set, removing the ignition housing and the ignition cylinder in order to produce a key. With the exception of the locksmith, the remainder of the steps this video covers are tasks for which the repossession agency is responsible, but does not receive any compensation. The vehicle is then moved to the back lane for storage. If there is insufficient storage space in the yard, the repossession agency is forced to locate and pay for additional vehicle storage space. The next step in the repossession process is vehicle redemption. The agency employee helps customers make an appointment to pick up their vehicle. When the customer arrives, he provides his identification and signs into the lot. The employee calls out to the yard to have his vehicle pulled around and informs the customer of the requirement to inspect the vehicle to check the condition. The vehicle is brought from storage, and the customer, alongside the employee, inspects the vehicle to ensure it is in the same condition it was when it was repossessed. The customer acknowledges the vehicle condition and signs the release form, and the vehicle redemption is complete. The steps agencies must follow for property redemption is resource-intensive. In this example, the customer has arrived to turn over her car key and recover her personal items. She provides identification and signs to acknowledge she is picking up her property. The agency employee provides the customer directions to pick up her belongings. Note that the employee is wearing a body camera. Some agencies have their customer-facing employees wear body cameras, along with other safety devices to deter violence. Many smaller agencies are unable to cover the cost of this important safety equipment. As it stands, repossession agencies are not able to invoice for anything related to property redemptions, but the costs associated with providing these services are rising quickly. Property storage. Here you see a 7,000 square foot storage space and garage. These shelves take up about 1/3 of the total space. The bins hold personal items removed from repossessed vehicles, and the tags you see on the bins indicate the amount of time we are required to retain property. Green tags indicate 30 days, and the red indicates 60 days. When the time expires, we dispose of the property, per legal statute. It's not unusual to pull 150 to 300 bins per week. Paper must be handled separately to mitigate the chances that credit cards, mail, or other personal information go out in the trash. Paper must be separated from donations and shredded at the agency's expense, whether with our own equipment or contracted out to a shredding company. To summarize, the higher the number of repossessions, the more storage bins, storage space, and man-hours are required to manage personal effects, all at the expense of the repossession agency. When a vehicle is not redeemed by the customer, The agency must pay an employee to arrange the release of the vehicle to be transported to auction. When the transporter arrives for pickup, similar procedures to those for a customer vehicle redemption must be followed, including ID verification, paperwork processing, vehicle inspection, and signed acceptance and release. This is the last step in a typical repossession. We hope this video has been informative. The fact is, the average fee for a repossession has not changed since the 1980s, but the resources required to successfully recover a vehicle and adhere to legal requirements has increased substantially. This is a root cause of many of the problems our industry is facing. In order for the repossession industry to continue to serve its vital role in the broader automotive finance industry, repossession companies must be able to collect fees for the services they perform, beyond towing a vehicle. Thank you.